Hey, what's up, guys? Hope you all having a good morning. Okay, so we're about to get into this brutal live stream reaction video, and let's get into it. Hard Talk Radio. Ooh, this is brutal. Oh boy.
Just kind of following along. So I'm just
First off, let's start with this. What's your name?
My name's Susan.
Hi, Susan. How old are you?
I'm 30.
All right. What you got for me?
So I'm 30 and I have 2 kids. So I'm single. I have 2 kids from a previous relationship. So I was kind of trying to rate myself, but I am still very young, active. I have a lot to offer. I make great money. I have good, well-behaved children, and I am in LA dating, and I just find dating in LA so hard. So I actually don't have a problem meeting.
My thing is, why do you women come up here to get advice and then you get it, then freak out? It's like you just lambs to the slaughter. You know it's a slaughterhouse. You still keep coming here. I don't get it.
What you call high-profile men, men.
He's got a problem getting a husband.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, because you got 2 kids.
So it's just the 2 kids.
No, it's not just. It's big. I mean, you're 30 years old, and all this career stuff. Where? How many different fathers?
1.
Okay. How come you and he didn't get married?
I was so young when I was in that relationship, so I met him when
How
I
old
was
is your oldest child?
10.
How old is your youngest?
7.
So you were 23.
When I had my daughter, yeah. So my kid's father, he was older than me.
But listen to what I'm about to say. You were younger. You were old enough to make babies. Yeah. First one at 20, even though I'm not okay with it, you can let it slide. But the second one, man, that's a choice. Why didn't you?
No, we were in I was with him for 6 or 7 years.
But you weren't his wife, and that's a
difference. Yeah.
So if you let me explain it to you, I'll try. You're a woman that was with a man for 6 or 7 years, and you gave him the highest honor a woman can give any man on the planet. You gave him children. You gave him not only 1, you gave him 2. Yet you did not require him to even bestow the title of a wife upon you. So you go back out into the market, older, with 2 children, and you expect someone in that market to accept you older and bestow the title of wife upon you? That's how men look at it. Right, wrong, or indifferent. And then being in LA, one of the most competitive markets for women in the world.
A lot of women don't get the fact that when you have a kid, okay, you become a single mother, your dating prospects are not the same as you were without kids. And for some reason, women can't understand that. Okay. You have to be very selective of who you have to pick to be a partner now, because those kids, you have 2 lives behind you. A lot of women don't understand that and get mad when men like Kevin Samuels and other men tell them this. And like he said, yeah, it's in LA. She's in LA. Okay. Very competitive because you're dealing with models, Instagram models, actresses, fitness models, women who look good, take care of themselves. It's fierce competition. And she's not understanding that. A lot of women don't want to hear what Kevin Samuels is saying, but he's telling the truth. The sad thing in this world is men are told they have to compete. Men are told they have to get money, high status in order to get the women that they want. At least have the opportunity, the access to women to get what they want. But women are not told this. Women are told, he should accept you for you, no matter if you're overweight, 300 pounds, kids by different men. He should accept you for you. If he doesn't pick you, there's something wrong with him. He's gay, especially if you're black, man. He's gay. He's soft. He's insecure. This unbalanced scale is what's killing women's choices. What's making hard for men to date or even want marriage.
Competition is stiff out there. I'll be there in a couple of weeks. Beautiful
But I
woman on every
wouldn't
corner.
say like so. I do meet great men. I don't think it's hard finding the man to
Okay, man.
be committed to.
Oh no. See, this is how we judge over here. We don't judge by dealing with dating. We judge in weddings. That's the only thing that counts. If you're not married, you're losing. See, that makes it real clear because you've had everything up to that point anyway, right?
I've been engaged.
Right. I don't count those either because women, especially a lot of black women, have been engaged for a long time, 3, 4, 5 engagements. See, when you make it real clear, there's a high value man or whatever term you're using. Has any one of them married you? And the answer is no. And that's why I say the dating market is difficult because you're not an unattractive woman. Sure, a guy will take you out for a nice date. You really want to know what we think? How tall are you?
I'm 5'6". I weigh 115 pounds.
Yes. Oh yeah, I'll take you out. Oh hell yeah, I would take you out.
So I don't have a problem finding men.
Of course not. I would. But the thing is, but what are you finding them for though? Yeah, I would take you out, get you a nice steak and some lobster. We'd have a good old time, and I would blow your back out, but I wouldn't marry you.
See, what I think I really have an issue is like finding men that don't want like the superficial. Like I feel like the type of guys like they just want a woman that like looks good on their arm. Like
yes.
So like when you
hold on, listen, let me stop right there. Yes, that's what we want because that's who we are. And you want a man.
That's the problem I have with dating.
But listen.
Okay.
Listen. You want men not to be men. You want men to think like women. That's not what we value, man. We want a beautiful woman on our arm.
This is the problem. This is what they don't understand. When they become a single mother, you have a lot of men out there that are predators, and they see that's easy access to sex. You even have men out here saying, "Well, don't date single mothers, but use them for sex." And I disagree with that. You don't like them. You don't like single mothers. Don't sleep with single mothers. Don't use them as sex toys. They got kids to worry about, and women, you don't want to damage their mind. They have kids to take care of. And a lot of, this is the jungle, the social jungle that a woman faces when she becomes a single mother, when she's not married to her man, when she's not in a relationship with the child's father. This is the jungle that she has to deal with. Okay. And a lot of women are not understanding when men are telling them from a logical perspective why it's bad to be a single mother, why you have to take certain precautions if you're a single mother, why you cannot date for fun if you're a single mother. Okay. Even the fact if you're a single mother, you shouldn't be looking for a man without kids. You should look for a man who has kids because you would both understand how the other half lives. Okay, there wouldn't be any fights with the fact that that you come over and you have to get a babysitter, or the fact that he says, you know what, I'll pay for the babysitter if he's a single father. Because he understands what it takes, what it's like to be a single parent. I mean, he'll probably look for a good, reputable babysitter. But these women aren't understanding that. They think that you just go to the club and party with the other girls that are not single mothers. And don't understand that. All right. Life changes when you become a single parent, especially for single mothers. Well, what about single fathers? You see, here's the thing. Single fathers, they're looked upon as attractive in society. If they're taking care of their kids, you know, then they're looked attractive in society. The good single fathers. Okay, women, when men look at a woman with a single mother, they look at responsibility and they look, if they're serious, they're like, I don't think I could take this on. Not saying all men, but they look at it as like, I don't know if I could take this on, because they look at the responsibility. Oh, my kid doesn't need another father. It doesn't matter. A man's logical instinct is going to look, if I take on this woman, I have to take on the responsibility of the kids too. Doesn't matter. Because deep down, you're going to end up looking for him to take responsibility in some shape or form for those kids anyway.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Well, no, you're the problem.
I'm the problem.
Yes, you're the problem, because I'm telling you what men want. You've experienced what men want, and you got a problem with it. That's your problem. We're not going to change. You're either going to get on board with it, or you will die alone.
So what should?
And you have not seen so many wars that have happened on social media, in families, just talking to regular women about simple facts like this, because they don't want to hear the truth. In society, with the gynocentric society, has brainwashed women for years to think that they don't have to listen to what men want, but yet men have to listen to what women want. They don't have it's a one-sided crooked deal, and this is why you have men who are not getting married, men who do not want to deal with this, because the society has geared women, you know, and not all women have fallen for this. There are women who are woke and don't fall for the nonsense, that women think that they could have, make these mistakes and there's no consequences. Yet for men, there's mistakes and there's consequences. Do you see what I'm saying here?
What I'd be looking for then?
Well, honestly, first you need to get down and understand that you have no leverage. You have no leverage in this matter. It's the men. We control access to relationships. You control access to sex. You need to understand what a man that you would want, what he would want in a girlfriend, wife, or significant other.
Like a good mother.
No,
good wife.
That changes from every man. That changes from man to man. Where's your father?
Oh, I didn't grow up with a mother or a father.
All right, so due respect, you.
Ouch, 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 ouch. See this right here. This is what will make women easy for sex and very hard to be wives. The fact that they didn't grow up with their parents, because the father will instill logic and how to protect yourself. The mother will instill nurturing, but the father will instill knowledge and how to protect yourself. Okay. Okay. Also, the kicker here is if the daughter wants to listen, because if you have a daughter who just is free spirited and doesn't want to hear, then she's going to learn. Hard head makes a soft behind. You need the father is needed. Okay, the father is needed. I don't care what these idiot feminists say. The father is needed, because he will teach a woman how a daughter, from growing up into adulthood, how to protect themselves from the wrong type of men. And most men, you have men that will prey on women who have no father growing up, because that they're easier to have sex with, unless they have a parental guardian that's instilled the teachings of a father to avoid those pitfalls in life from dealing with predatory men.
You don't seem to get that men judge the way we judge. And yes, like I said, you have no problem getting men to pay you attention. You've got no problem attracting men. But getting a man to take you seriously, and would you like to be married?
I would.
Okay, and that's a problem, because you're asking a man to become a stepfather. You're asking, let's say you're asking me to come in and take care of one man's child, a man's two children. I didn't create those. It's all downside. I've been a stepfather. It's a horrible deal.
What about the men that have children of their own? They want a stepmother.
Well, again, You still
I
act
think
as
like
though
most
you
men at this
listen.
age.
Okay, listen. I'll answer. See, you're still speaking as if you have leverage in this thing. And I'm trying to level set you. Even if I have children, I got more options than you. I can go find a woman with no kids because I can afford both of you. If I can afford to take care of you and your kids, I can afford to take care of her and no kids.
Yeah.
Why would I pick you and your kids when I know your kids are not going to? I'm not their father. They'll never look at me as their father. I got all the responsibility and none of the upside of being a biological father. Can I discipline those children like they were my own?
They don't need discipline. They're very
see, that's your problem. There you go, right there. She said they don't
really
need discipline.
Don't.
Okay, this
My
is why.
so
This
great.
is why. You're in freaking sane if you don't think children, your kids are not special. They need discipline just like anyone else. Maybe you don't. Okay, and this is the problem. They don't need discipline. So the answer is, could I discipline the child?
Yeah.
Okay, without you questioning me.
Yeah. If I choose you as my partner, like I have complete trust in you.
Okay,
like,
so I could spank the children.
10, they don't need spanked.
No. I can spank them. See right there. I said I can discipline children. You said yes. Pay attention, woman.
I am.
And here we go. This is one of another reasons why men do not want to date single mothers, because they really have no access to discipline the kid when the kid acts wrong. Okay, it's not your child. You spank the kid, you're gonna have to deal with the mother and the child's biological father. And women are getting madder and madder because men are telling the truth in their personal stories. He said he was a stepfather. There you go. A lot of women don't want to hear the truth, and they're trying to shut up men who are telling the truth, because a lot of these women are looking for gravy trains, retirement plans. And they're looking at simps for retirement plans, and Kevin Samuels is stopping that from happening. This is why you have petitions for Kevin Samuels. So you have petitions and trying to shut down men in the manosphere, because they're telling the truth about single mothers. You even have women telling the truth about single mothers. How about that? You got women doing that.
You said I could discipline the children without you questioning me. Yes. So if I decide to spank them, I got to listen to your mouth, because they don't need it. That's why you need to stay single until your kids are gone. That's the choice you made when you reproduced, man.
Back in the day, that was the choice, to stay single until the kids got older. It's the truth. A lot of people don't want to hear it.
And I need you ladies to understand something. You're going out here having babies without marriage and then breaking up with men, you incur consequences. We don't want those kids around us because we cannot take care of them, cannot discipline them. We don't want to put up with all this other stuff. You're a fun woman. Guys look at you and be like, she's got 2 kids and she's 5'6", 115. She's a lot of fun. She's obviously sexually active. I'll have a good time with you, but no way, not no way, but very unlikely the man's going to take you seriously, especially when you start talking. Because I believe what you're telling me is honestly, and I'm like, who wants this deal?
Who doesn't want this deal? A beautiful woman that is a great mother, has a great career.
Okay. Don't care about your career.
Strong, like I'm submissive.
No, but listen, did you hear what I just said? Did you hear what I just said? Don't care about your career.
Yeah,
the thing is, ma'am, it's the 2 kids. It's the 2 kids. Everything you're saying does not overcome the deficit that 2 children bring.
If you have money, that doesn't matter to you.
If you have what?
I said you have money, that doesn't matter to you financially.
I have more.
You have what?
I have more.
More?
More money. I have more money than you. I have more money than I have more money, and I can go over there and get her. She's 25. She has no kids, and I don't have to deal with any of the stuff we just talked about. She's 25, agreeable, cooperative, fit, and ready to get on my program. Have butt naked, freaky circus sex, and she's happy to be there and experience all these new things. I'm dealing with a 30-year-old woman who's got her mind. Listen, Okay. See, when this conversation is over, I go back to my wonderful life. You go back to your life, still trying to figure these things out. And I'm just trying to help you. Like, I'm not saying you're not everything you're saying you are.
Down for the next 8 years, basically.
But you're not okay. And who is actively pursuing you to be their wife?
I mean, I got options.
Who is actively pursuing you to be their wife?
I got options. I don't really.
Ma'am, you didn't know. No, that would be a fiance. See, this is where the truth comes in. You can either, ma'am, you don't have these kind of options. And I'm trying to explain. Okay, then you wouldn't be here. If you actually had options of the kind and caliber of man that you want, then they were really considering you to be their wife, you wouldn't be here right now.
I know. I'm just kind of learning about. I mean, I'm new here, so this is literally my first time really watching.
Well, but the thing is, ma'am, you're still you're a baby mama of 2. Mm-hmm. And are you telling me you're dating someone seriously?
Oh, I always have options.
I'm going to ask you one more time, and if you are vague, I'm going to bid you a good night. Just asking you, are you dating someone seriously?
Yeah.
How long have you guys been seeing one another?
It's been 2 years.
2 years. Has he expressed any desire to make you his wife?
Yes.
Has he taken you ring shopping in the last 2 years?
We've been ring shopping, yeah.
When?
About 3 months ago.
3 months ago.
But this ain't the guy that really just sparks I don't know. It just doesn't feel like someone I want to be with forever. So that's.
So I go back to the first thing I asked you. Are you telling me you are seeing someone, and the man who's actually considering you is the man you want to be with? And you said, I've got options. And you just went through this convoluted way of getting back down to, I got
this
somebody
in explain my love life.
Well, no, ma'am. What it is it's hard for you to deal with the truth. What it is, one, you don't have a man that you want considering you to be his wife. You got a man that you don't want who sounds like he would take you, but you don't want to marry him. That's why it's been 2 years. This is why you're on here trying to figure it out. Now, I'm only trying to help you, but it seems like you'd rather argue or be right than listen.
No, I'm not trying to argue.
Okay, well then I need you to understand that your children are a massive impediment. How about this? Would you like to have additional children?
I would.
How many?
Oh, maybe 2. 1 to 2.
So let's say you and I were to get married, okay? What you automatically set up is you get pregnant on our wedding night, and you give birth to Kevin Jr. Then a year after that, you give birth to Kim. Kevin and Kim are my biological children with you, right?
Okay.
Then I still have to take care of your 2 other children, right?
So we have 4.
4 kids in the house.
Yeah.
Kevin and Kim are mine. If I decide to spank Kevin, you can't say shit to me because he's mine biologically. You can't tell me to listen. Okay, you're going to sit there and zip your mouth and let me get through the example before you say something. Can you do that? Give me a minute. Kevin and Kim are mine. They're my financial responsibility, and you cannot pull the mommy card on me because biologically you can't one up me. You can't play the high joker. You can't say those aren't. But when it comes to your children, they're your children. I've got to discipline them in line with what you think is right. So I got 2 sets of kids in the house under 2 sets of rules. That's madness.
And this is another reason why some men don't want to marry single mothers, because they understand you have to have a united front in the home. Okay. And you have another man that you have to worry about because you took on a woman with his kids, and now you're trying to have a home ruled with two different kings. Two kings can't rule one household. And this is why you have men standing up, giving their experiences, and saying no more marrying single mothers. I don't bash single mothers. I'm just telling you this is how it is. And women who are single mothers should date men who are single fathers.
I've seen it. Men don't want that, man. Can you understand that? That's the problem with having children already. Because you would have two kids by me, two kids over here. But yet, if they want to go to college, I'm still supposed to pay for it. Your children want to go to college, I got to put a roof over their head, food in their bellies, and provide for them just like I was providing for Kevin and Kim. Except Kevin and Kim, let's say you and I divorced. Kevin and Kim are mine. I still got visitation. Do I necessarily have anything with those kids? If you decide not to let me see my stepkids, you could cut that bond. You ladies never think of it from a man's side. It's all what you want. And like you said, you want a man to not.
I remember years ago there was a musician, I think it was Scott Stapp from Creed, and he was saying that he had a stepdad, and when his mother broke up with the stepdad, the mother cut off the ties. It sucks, but this is what happens because you have a relationship, you have a bond, you have a bond with the wife, with the mother, and you have the bond with the kid, especially if you're good with kids. And then when it's over, she could cut that connection off. You see, this is what single mothers are not talking about. You want to say, "Oh, he's sexist," or these men who hate single mothers, or these men who don't want to date single mothers. Oh, they're so bad. But you don't want to talk about your side. You don't talk about the side that what happens with single mothers, what they do when this relationship is over, and that man has a bond. The stepfather has a bond, and you cut it off. Parade about single mothers. Oh, you guys are sexist, but you don't want to talk about the issues that you know happens with single mothers. Okay. Some of you don't even want your sons to date single mothers, yet you want other women's sons to date single mothers.
Into all this superficial stuff, which means you really don't give a damn what we think. We're just supposed to come in and do what you need. That's fine, but you better be offering a hell of a deal. And I'd have to hear that.
Only because of the kids?
Well, the kids are big, man. They are big. I mean, and here's the thing. You do have the option. Because you say only cause of the kids, but that's a big deal.
Would you date, so you dating a woman with children is like off the table for you?
I married a woman with a child, ma'am. I understand what I'm talking about. I'm not just doing. No, I would not date a woman with a child. No, I would not.
Gotcha.
I've been there. And the thing is, where's the children's father?
Oh, I left him.
Where is he alive?
Yeah.
Is he involved in the children's life at all?
Yeah.
Then if you really are serious, give custody to the father. Go off with your new husband and make a new family. See?
Oh, I couldn't do that.
Well then guess what? Buy a dog and wait till they're out of the house, man, because I've talked about women like you all the time. You're not willing to give anything up. I asked you about discipline. They don't need this. They don't need that. Give up custody. Can't do that. Ma'am, you're not fit. I mean, no disrespect, ma'am, but you're not really fit to be with somebody. You want someone to fit into your particular jagged life.
This is kind of the same thing with feminism, right? They want equality, but they're not willing to give. They want equality with no responsibility. Men and women I'll give an example. Men and women should be taken equally seriously. Okay? When it comes to child custody, 50-50. No, I don't agree with that. Women make better parents. See what I'm saying? Right here. You want this single life? You want to date a single man? Give custody to the father. He's in the kid's life. Give custody to the father. Go about your business. Oh, I can't do that. I wonder if he's gonna say, get back, reconcile with the father. What is she gonna say with that?
And why would a man who has options choose that just because you're attractive? I mean, you're attractive, but in LA, that's a dime a dozen.
Again, the competition. She's not seeing reality. She wants a man on her terms, not to be a two-way street. This is how these women are acting, and a lot of women are pissed at Kevin Samuels because he's waking men up. Not just Kevin Samuels, other men too has been speaking this for years. It's just that when Kevin stepped up, now it's becoming more in your face, and now it's getting to the point that these women are losing their gravy trains. Years ago, men would just have to suffer and deal with the BS of these single mothers. Now it's coming to a point that, these women are fighting for survival to have their delusional ways established, especially when this economy is crashing.
I mean, you have to understand that, though.
I do know that, but I think
Right,
I'm more
so-
valuable than just the way I look.
What?
I said I'm definitely more valuable than just my looks.
Granted. I'm never saying that you're not.
Like, I'm from the Midwest. I'm a good Midwestern girl. I'm not
Okay,
a LA
ma'am.
girl, so I'm not
Again, I'm from Oklahoma, ma'am. I'm from the
Yeah.
Midwest too. But what I'm saying is, okay, let's try it this way.
I know, I
What-
hear you. Love it.
What would the kind of man that you want? What would he want from a woman? From a wife?
From a wife, he would. I think what I value, like, just at the end of the day, is just like pure connection. Like, do I like love? It's just love. There's nothing else. Like, do I want this person? Do I look up to this person? Do I feel like this person is a good person? Do we share the same values? Is the same morals? Like, is there laughter, joy, excitement in our
What does he
relationship?
want from a wife, ma'am? And you gave me.
Oh, what does he want from, like, just a wife? Like, maybe just a good housewife, a woman that cooks
Okay.
for him.
Okay, ma'am. So let me ask you a question. Were your mother and father married?
No.
All right. Then you were not raised to be a housewife.
No, I don't think I definitely was not raised being a housewife, that's for sure. But
Listen.
I can't give up on
Listen.
that hope and that dream that
Look,
I'll find the right person.
If I'm gonna slap the smack out of you. I'll let you go, man. But you cannot overtalk me. I'm trying to be nice, man, but you're not gonna do that. Look, you weren't raised to be a housewife. And you just said the kind of man that you would want, what he would want is a good housewife. Then he wouldn't want you because you're not one. By your own admission, you're not one.
I wasn't raised to be one.
Which means you're not one.
But I had great influences.
Then if you had such great influences, why don't one...
Whew. Damn. Listen, some people are not built to be wives. Some people are not built to be husbands. Background, family experiences will show that. You can't give something you don't have. And if you can't give something you don't have, there's certain things you cannot get. That's it. In a relationship, a marriage, husband, wife, you have to have certain things in order to make it work. That's it. If you don't come from a two-parent home, it's very challenging. If you didn't grow up with a father, especially male or female, it's very challenging. Women especially, to be submissive to a man that is worth a damn, and to even pick a good man. If you don't have a father in your life, you grew up in a toxic environment, it is very hard to be a wife. If you grew up even with feminist doctrine, that will definitely kill your chances of ever being a wife, let alone a girlfriend. Most of these feminists are just can't even get a man worth a damn, or they can't get a man, period. That's all I got to say about this. Let me know in the comments what you think. Later.